Hello, friends. This is Jay Hendricks with Powerful Thought Daily. Today, I wanted to talk with you about how to spot a social bot. Kind of a rhyme. Anyway, how to spot a social bot. Before I get into that, I wanted to. There's this guy on YouTube that I've been learning a lot from. His name is Joseph Maynor. He has a channel called Joseph Maynor and Friends. I highly recommend you check him out. The things he's been talking about lately are very interesting to me and I've learned a lot from him. So he talks a lot about mindfulness. He's very authentic. I think YouTube needs that. So the social bot video is kind of a way for me to spread mindfulness in this arena of life because social bots are a problem. And I've noticed whenever I start talking about the things that I post in my videos, and before my channel, I would comment on other people's videos. And a lot of the time, social bots, in my opinion, would show up and immediately, it's almost like they would search for the topics that I'm talking about, and then they would immediately try to discount what I'm saying. So I wanted to break down some things that ways you can determine whether this is a social bot or not. And what's interesting is that as you're talking to them, and if you call them out and say and ask them, "Are you a social bot?" A lot of the time they will shut down and actually delete their comments. So I think it's very useful to know these things. And so anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so number one, this is actually based on an article I read. I've rewritten a few things and added some of my own thoughts to this, but this is a good basis to determine whether something or someone is a social bot or someone who's hired to kind of manipulate the message of whatever you're talking about. Okay, so number one, check out the profile. Bots tend to lack a photo, a bio, or a link. Some might use photos stolen from the web or have automatically generated account names. And that's the first thing I noticed was the people that would show up almost immediately and start discounting what I was saying would have names like B123Q375, and it would just be this gibberish. And then you'd click on their name and no bio, no photo. Sometimes they had posted like some YouTube videos, but the YouTube videos were completely random and had nothing to do with each other. And it was in a playlist, things like that. So anyway, names also may have a negative connotation in them, and yet they support what you're saying and implying that you agree with this crazy named person. So, for instance, if I'm saying something, and then a lot of the time I'll be saying these things, and then someone with the name Dark Occultist or Satanic Wizard or something will pop up, and they'll start like gushing and agreeing with me. And a lot of the time, the message will be really formulaic, almost like it's not even a person talking. It's just trying to spread disinformation. Like, oh, do you use a cauldron and do you summon spirits and stuff? Because I do, and blah, blah, blah. It's really weird. Okay, so so sometimes their names or their pictures will have negative connotations to them, and yet they're agreeing with you and gushing over you to imply that you agree with this crazy named person or this negative connotation person. Okay, language style. Automatically generated text might have a formulaic or repetitive style. They may use common phrases found in chat box programs. They may miss context or jokes and immediately change the subject. So a lot of people can sense this when they're reading things. It's like, this doesn't seem like I'm talking to a person. Very formulaic. Maybe they have, it's like the lines are arranged in a certain way that it almost looks like it's automatically generated. Okay, number 3, semantics. Bots can be overly obsessed with a particular topic or repost many links. They can comment on every conversation and try to steer the course of discussion away from the original subject or give it a wildly different context. And I've noticed this with a lot of people on this channel so far, and I'm not saying they're bots, but they could be, where they comment on every comment and they completely start diminishing, defending something, and they're everywhere. It's like their full-time job is to take down these ideas. It's interesting. And then they post a lot of links. So if someone is commenting on every comment, they keep posting links. It's kind of suspicious. All right, number 4, behavior. Bots can stand out by their frequent and too regular commenting, like they have been sitting at their computer all day with one objective. They can also have an inconsistent attitude about subjects over time. That is, they change their message according to their audience and certain issues. So if you look at all their comments in context, you start seeing they're not really trying to discuss anything. They're not really trying to contribute anything. They're trying to, according to whoever they're talking to, dissuade them from thinking a certain way. So they'll be very inconsistent in their behaviors. Okay, and then the last one, followers. Bots usually follow a few accounts or are followed by many other bots. They can appear to be incongruent with all of their connections, which suggests an absence of any true social interaction with the followers or content they post. So I kind of talked about that before. I would click on these people that would just pop up out of nowhere and start just trying to take apart, not even take apart, but trying to accuse me of being something. And when I would click on their name, their gibberish name, they would have like 300 videos in a playlist posted, and I would watch these videos, and these videos were completely random. They had no context, no relationship. They were all like 1 minute long videos that were completely random. And then their followers or people might chime in, and maybe 2 bots can be having a discussion together trying to dissuade the discussion. And, maybe they'll never disagree with each other. They're working as a team. And then, maybe they are commenting on different channels for different reasons, and it just isn't congruent at all. So anyway, I wanted to spread this message because whenever I talk about the things I talk about on YouTube, especially when I name certain names, like I have a lot of books that I read, and if I suggest the author to those books, immediately almost someone with a gibberish name will pop up and start calling me names, start doing, taking it way out of context and everything. So, the next question I want to ask is, who are these people? Some of them are automatic, but some of them are people. Some of them are hired to do this. And like I said before in one of these, it's like they're there all day commenting. Whenever you comment, they comment 1 minute back. And that can happen all day. So it's almost like it's a job. So if that's the case, who's hiring these people, and why do they want to shut down the things I'm trying to say? I don't want to be paranoid, and I don't want this to be like an inflated sense of ego or anything. Maybe I am paranoid. Maybe, what I'm saying is completely baseless and stupid. But in my own opinion and my own experience, there's something weird going on with that. And why are there people that want to shut down discussions like this and authentic, honest experiences of things that are not normal in everyday life? It's almost like some people know these things that I talk about, and yet they don't want anyone to know about them. So anyway, what do you think? Am I paranoid and insane and crazy, narcissistic? Who knows? Let me know in the comments section, respectfully, and I will listen. And we can agree or disagree or whatever. So look out for social bots. If you have to, report them. If you have to, call them out. I've found that whenever I call them out and actually ask them, are you a social bot, they disappear and they actually delete their comments. It's interesting. You'll have to see for yourself. Anyway, I'm Jay Hendricks. This is Powerful Thought Daily. Please like, subscribe, notification tab. I'm going to get a new microphone soon, so it's going to be here in the next couple days. So hopefully my next video or two, I'll have a new microphone and you'll be able to hear my voice better. And then from there, I hope to get a better camera, or I will get a better camera. Okay? Anyway, thanks for listening.